Hello. So, the long-awaited Sonic the Hedgehog 3 official trailer came out a few minutes ago. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, so many things happened in such a little bit of time. Oh my gosh. The trailer, opens up with, Sonic and his little buddies going around trying to do something in the cities of saving things. There's a Big Ben tower that Knuckles jumps off of. Everything is awesome and so cool. There's an adorable painting of Sonic and Longclaw on a wall. The long-awaited, because I know we've all been waiting for that, Shadow the Hedgehog comes in by literally exploding out of the chamber thing that he was in. Tails gets to fly a helicopter. We finally get him to see flying a helicopter. Is it the same one from the video game and Sonic X show is what I want to know. By the way, Shadow shoes look so cool here. You can actually see them up close. Oh my gosh, he looks awesome. The design is so good because it looks like Shadow, but it doesn't look too much like they just did Sonic but redid his colors and everything to be Shadow. I don't know where they're at in this scene, but it's awesome. Oh, I know fans are gonna cry with the Maria sequences. I know it's gonna happen because the movies are gonna make it so much more like feelings, and you're like, oh my gosh, no. Because we know what's gonna happen, and we know what's gonna happen in this movie. With Shadow and Maria, it's gonna be sad. Also, I love the close-ups of their eyes. It's so cool and pretty. Oh, and the broken glass with Shadow looking through it as broken glasses. It's so cool. The fire around them on Colony Arc or wherever this place is. Beautiful. Awesome. I can't wait for this movie. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this movie once it comes out. Oh my good lord. Also, I love this jumping sequence they do. It's cool. And they're falling out of the helicopter. Also, where even are they? Because those aren't English words on the back. Where are they? They're no longer in Green Hill Zone. Then the coolest sequence we're probably ever gonna get of Shadow. It's like a remake of the Sonic X scene and the Sonic Adventure 2 video game scene of where Shadow appears and stands above everyone holding the Chaos Emerald. But so cool with the lightings and everything. Oh my gosh, this movie's beautiful. And then Knuckles being he's tougher than the last hedgehog I've seen. I'm right here. I love how they implement and they're all siblings now at this point because they've been together for so long. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, this one can teleport. Because none of them else can teleport. So they're he can teleport? Also, his inhibitor rings look so cool. I love the design they did for Shadow. And the fact that he does his signature moves of kicking people into the air. And then Sonic gets ready to start doing his thing and his eyes turn blue, and then Shadow just appears behind him and he's like, okay, I wasn't ready for that. I just saw you teleport in front of Knuckles, but I was not ready for that. Also, Shadow flies. I could be wrong, but I don't think we ever see Shadow use his air shoes to fly like this, besides in this movie, because I don't think we've ever seen him fly using them. We can know he cannot hovers when he runs. He looks like he's ice skating. It's really cool. But I don't think we've ever seen him fly. Shadow does the cool running on the water thing, which that is awesome. Fighting all of the characters. Robot mech suit. Everything is so exciting. He stole the motorcycle and Shadow has his motorcycle now. And then the confusion. We need to be here first. Confusion. Then we see Eggman go to Professor Gerald? Hello? How are you alive? It's been 50 years. How are you still alive? It's been 50 years. We know the story of Shadow. It's been retold in different ways, but basically the same way every time. It's been 50 years since the incident with Maria. How is Professor Gerald still alive? 'Cause he died at the end, right? Okay, I might be wrong, but at the end, after Maria's death, and sent Shadow into space to come here to Earth, Professor Gerald was holed up in some random little area of like a jail cell or something, but not a jail cell, and possibly underwater, and then he just like died somehow, right? Like he died there, right? So he shouldn't. Either way, it's been 50 years and he was already like old professor dude. It's been 50 years, how are you still alive? No person usually lives that long. Especially after something that traumatic, I don't think. So, how did Professor Gerald live to meet Eggman? And how are they identical? I wondered that in the Sonic X anime things in the games too. Like, how are they identical? I don't know. I think they just, like, made an older version of their current villain. But this is intense. I'm excited. I can't wait until this movie exists. Also, Chow World? There's Chows now? We see more Shadow fighting scenes and get Chows? Hello? We have Chows now? Does Shadow get his own Chow? Does he get his Shadow Chow that we see? His little dark Chow that he acts as his own child? Is Chow World a thing? Or was that just a coincidence mini shop that just happened to be giant chows? And specifically cheese. Specifically cheese. Cream's little chow that she has. Cheese. And others. I want to know though, did he punch a black hole through space and time? Did he punch a black hole? Can Shadow do that? I don't know. This is incredible. The fight scenes between Sonic, Shadow, and Knuckles and Tails is so intense and beautiful and amazing. Like, you can tell the details of, they looked into Shadow so much trying to find things to put in to make it of the Shadow like perfectly as the fans wanted it to be. And tying up into the first movie of how Sonic says when he's watching them through the window that yes, Keanu is a national treasure, and now there's Shadow, who's voiced by him, and I want to know if he looks at Shadow and be like, hey, you sound familiar, and he's like, I don't understand. Shadow's like, I don't understand, nor do I care. Yeet. This is exciting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait until this movie. It's so pretty. The flames are blue, so you know they're intense. Oh, I can't wait. Because, like, there's certain scenes in the games and Sonic X anime and comics and games and all of these things that say of what would happen if Shadow came to things and Shadow and Sonic interacted for the first time. And it's intense. It's exciting. Oh my... Like, he does the kick thing that he does in the Shadow the Hedgehog game, but less violent. I like how they do the fighting for Shadow of the Shadow the Hedgehog video game fighting, but less violent, and he doesn't have a gun. Finally. Finally, they made a good, impressive Shadow the Hedgehog storyline and didn't give him weapons of mass destruction. Finally. Because if you think about it, his entire body is a weapon of mass destruction. He doesn't need guns for some reason. That doesn't make sense. And since this year has been Year of Shadow, or the Year of Shadow the Hedgehog, we've gotten things, and the new Generations game coming up, we've gotten things of Shadow is just really cool. Shadow's just really cool and has impressive fighting abilities things. He doesn't need to randomly have guns for some reason. But they gave it to him. Anyway, trailer. Tails is adorable. Tails is so cute, and I can't wait for the little things of cute little Tails being like, they're my siblings and everything. The fact that they're like, Knuckles, Sonic, Tails, you're all little siblings now, is adorable. Also, I love that they tie into the video game things and some of the comics and shows being like, oh, we can't defeat Shadow, so we need Eggman's help to defeat Shadow. And then more likely it's gonna follow the same games and shows and all that, of being like, well, you can't trust Eggman, he's just always out for Sonic. So yeah, he helped you defeat Shadow, but then he's like trying to do the same thing anyway. So then, like, Shadow comes and helps, and it's like, I don't want to be a villain, but I also don't like you enough to be a hero. It's so funny. Going back to the video game, they took the good things from the Shadow the Hedgehog video game and put them into the movie, and took all the bad things that we did not care for in the Shadow the Hedgehog movie, video game, and yeeted it out of the movie, and it's here now, and it's the best creation of Shadow I think we have. Shadow being a hedgehog and doing similar things to Sonic that Sonic does in the first movie. So in the first movie, Sonic ran around the baseball field and made a little explosion, making all of the lights in the city go out. Well, town, but still. Like, all the planet lights go out for a little while, and then, like, flicker. And then for Shadow, in this third movie, Shadow runs around the building area. I don't know where he is right now, but he's like spinning around and makes all the lights and things go out. Probably to be for dramatic effect, but it would be fun to hear what the reason for that was, because I feel like he knew he could do that. Because from like certain comics, animes, shows, games like that, Shadow knew he could do some things, he just never had a reason to. Like, he knew he could teleport, he did it often in games with Maria. But it wasn't like an emergency thing that he needed to learn how to do. He just did it because it was fun. Teleporting is fun. Running super fast, he probably didn't do very often, unless, like, he was bored or something. Because if for like any games where Maria would need to keep up, he is the type that wouldn't just do what Sonic does and run away from his friends at full Mach speed. The turnaround Shadow does to look behind his shoulder is so cool. Also the part of where he like teleports with the entire bike. I don't know if he does that in the game. I never played it. He does the anime slide. So there was an animation that people did years ago of Shadow doing the like slide thing with his bike. I guess Sega saw that. He does the slide. He does the anime slide with the bike and then leaps off of it into the air. He does the skiing, dragging the bike and his foot across the road thing, anime slide, spin into the air, and then using it to propel himself. I can't wait for this movie to come out. One, the sequences of Sonic and his little siblings at this point are so adorable and cute, and I need more of them. And two, Shadow's gonna be amazing. And I know when this comes out into theaters and people are gonna cry in the Maria scenes. I know people, when the movie comes out into theaters, I know people are gonna go watch it being like, oh, it's a fun Sonic movie, now introducing Shadow, the most emo hedgehog you're ever gonna get, exciting, and then come out of there being like, I cried for an hour. No, like, I cried for an hour. I know it's gonna happen. And on the side of me being an artist, I can't wait to see the art that happens after the movie's out. People see the movie, go home, start drawing, start posting art. I know, I'm excited. I'm excited. This movie comes out in December. We don't have a time yet, like December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd. We don't know. But it will come out in December sometime. The actual date unknown, but at least we have a month for when it comes out. September. Which is exciting, because that is soon. I am hyped. I am excited. But that is all we have for now. Bye-bye now.